Choosing the right brokerage is a pivotal decision in your real estate journey. In the course of this video, I'm going to equip you with the critical questions you need to ask to find that perfect fit and accelerate your growth. Hey everyone, Spencer Hsu here with eXp Realty. Whether you're a brand new agent stepping into the exciting world of real estate or an experienced pro considering a change, choosing the right brokerage is paramount. Today, we're going to cut through the noise and focus on the absolute must-ask questions that will empower you to make an informed decision. Number one, you got to figure out and understand the financial structure and splits. Here are the key things that you have to know about and ask, and get it in writing. What are the commission splits for different types of transactions? Are there volume tiers? Are there any desk fees, technology fees, any sort of management fees? What are the transaction fees for every individual one, and is there a cap for any of these? How and when are commissions actually paid out? Are they paid out via direct deposit, or they're cut out a check at an office and you still got to go to the office to pick up the check? Are there opportunities for revenue share, profit share, or other financial incentives that if the brokerage does well, you will get a little bit of that piece? So you need to figure all of these out, because a lot of people may say, oh, there's only a $600 per transaction fee and there's no monthly fees. So you're like, what am I getting, and why are they so cheap while others may be a lot more expensive? Now, some are just purely expensive, so you got to be very careful about that. Some are just too cheap and you probably don't get anything from that either. So you really need to break it down and get these things in writing. All of this should be very transparent. So here at eXp, everything is super transparent. Like my structure, even though I did $85 million in transactions last year, is the same exact that you would be, right? If you hit specific milestones, you'll hit a cap. And then after that, you'll see like what are the charges you're going to be getting for each transaction until, once again, there's a cap. All of these should be really clearly written out so that there's no confusion, but it also keeps things on an even playing field, right? It wasn't because, oh, I like that person, I'm going to give them a better split. We're all in the same boat here. The next is, what kind of support, training, and resources are there? Now, I break this up into two different categories. What is the support, training, and resources on the brokerage level? And then what are the support and training from the individual that you join? Now, the reason I bring these two up is because different brokerages have different ways to attack this. So, for example, if you join, I'm not going to name names, there's certain brokerages where you join and they have like an office manager, they have like a trainer, they have a broker for that individual office. Those are situations where they're going to be the ones taking care of you. Now, the catch of that situation, why it's tough, is their also goal is to keep bringing on other people, right? Like they're constantly finding new talent that they want to bring in. On the other end, there's different cloud-based brokerages where you have things that are ongoing all the time on the brokerage level. So you should tap into that, right? Use that as the primary. But then on the individual level, there's different things that the individual like myself, if you join under me, that you'll have access to, that I'm financially incentivized to help you. And so that's a really good way for you to be able to tap into top talent as kind of like a mentor, but not like a mentor where there's a very big separate split, but still have access to for you to ask questions, but also more strategy based. If you're wanting something a lot more diligent, like every week or every day, then you're better off trying to just join a team instead, right? So there's various different levels that are there when it comes to training and ultimately support. And if you think about it, training support can be all sorts of different things. It could be legal questions. It could be mentorship. It could be marketing oriented, right? It could be learning about the business, right? It could be, what do you do in this situation? There's so many different things there that you have to just understand what you're actually getting. If you're finding the guidance on choosing the right brokerage valuable and want more insights into building a successful real estate career, you got to make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos packed with all these actionable advice. I'm only going to give you stuff that we're actively doing ourselves. Category number 3, what kind of tech and marketing is available just by what they do? So it could be a CRM tool, which is a customer relationship management tool. There could be different marketing tools and resources that are available, like a website, lead generation platforms that you can pay for. Is there any support for like online marketing, social media, things that can make your life a little bit easier? Is the brokerage itself savvy in online presence and reputation? Are there any other fees with using any of these tools? If you have to pay extra for that. Now be mindful, this is not a checklist. You don't need to be like, oh, this one has 10 items, I'm gonna go with them. You got to figure out what is the best thing for you and which of these things do you feel like can help bring up your business. From there, that's when you did figure out, What are the things that you'll spend the time on to actually use and adopt, right? And then you can be like, all right, this is a great tool. Let's go with this because the brokerage already has this. I don't need to pay extra for that. So for example, there's a lot of different tools that are added in. And this is the cool part about being a larger brokerage. eXp has like over 85,000 agents now. With that large amount of people, they can have more scale to negotiate deals with these other large technology companies. So if you think about like a CRM tool like KV Core, usually people have to pay more than our monthly dues to have access to that. If you look at Canva alone, you can look at how much their subscriptions are. If you look at Sisu, you have different accountability analytics kind of tools. People usually have to pay more money for that right? So these are just like top of the things on the top of my mind because they're tools that I already use prior to even joining, but they can be very, very valuable to help you and your business ultimately grow. And the last but not least is the culture, values, and leadership side of things. So what is the overall culture and work environment like at that place? Like what are the brokerage's core values and mission? What is the leadership style that you will be attached to either on the broker or management team level? What is that brokerage's track record? Like, are they doing a lot of business? When people say their name, they have good alignment with them. Does the brokerage align with your own personal values and your own professional goals? Right? All these different things is you got to figure out what is the best fit for you and who is the one that can take you to the promised land. Right? Because everyone's going to be so good at pitches. I mean, just imagine the sales pitch for all these different brokerages because that's their business of just bring you in. But who's actually going to stand by you and develop you? And the really important thing is this, and this is super critical. Look and ask for yourself, how long was that person in the brokerage? Like a lot of these people, these recruiters, they move around a ton. Like I've been at eXp now for like 6 years. There's no reason for me to leave because it's just financially better and better and they do what they need to do to make my life easier. So you can see the tenure is so important because if they're moving around, they are also chasing the next best thing, right? So that's a very dangerous thing that you need to be mindful of. So another kind of hidden tip, ask and find out, hey, I appreciate this conversation. How long have you been with this company for and why are you here now? And then you can also just ask this kind of cheesy question. If I was going to compare another company, which company would you choose and why? Right? Just ask them this very direct question. And from there, then you can see, like, are they honest with you or not? Because there is no way in heck that if they were honest, that they would only be sticking with them. Like even here, I have other options. Now, mine is a little bit different because I have the ecosystem built. And so there's no reason to leave that. But if I was starting off scratch and I didn't really trust anybody that I knew, I didn't have anybody that I trusted, like I didn't find value from all these YouTube videos that I want to join someone like Spencer, there are some very good brokerages out there. And that's the beauty of it. But you got to be doing yourself a favor. And once you join it, unless they didn't deliver what they said they would, which many times that happens, then you kind of want to stick with it, right? Until they lose your trust. That's a super important thing. So as you can see, choosing the right brokerage is one of the most significant decisions you're going to make in your real estate career. I personally left Keller Williams after the first year because I had a really expensive cap of $24,000 difference a year. And so for me, I joined a brokerage that was really competitive and that allowed me to grow very quickly. The following year, after the full year after I joined, I did 4 times that volume. I went from 10 million in sales to 40 million in sales in my second year. That is super critical and important, like because the right brokerage is not just about cost. Imagine the amount of income difference by being at that level. So by asking these crucial questions, you're going to be empowered to find a partner that truly supports your growth and aligns with your goals. Now from this, I'm curious. What were some of the key questions you asked when choosing your brokerage? Or what do you want to ask next? Share your experiences and advice in the comments below. And if you want to join me at eXp Realty, my information is below and I'm happy to have a quick chat with you.